A key takeaway of our session is that borderlands really have a kind of double function in economic and political terms. They are responsible for the circulation of goods, so the many flows of commodities crossing international and local borders, and they are important because they generate revenues for public and private actors. So there's circulation on the one hand, but there's also capture, meaning state and non-state groups, including armed groups, try to control, tax and regulate these many commodities. And that is why borderlands are central. They are responsible both for circulation and capture of commodities. We have done long-standing research on the relationship between commodity trading and state formation dynamics in the Somali inhabited territories of the Horn of Africa. And what we've seen time and again is that trade and transport corridors really are crucial political and economic units, and they deserve much more attention, not only in terms of upgrading infrastructure, but also in terms of state building, in terms of creating inclusive trading, and in terms of social cohesion. National and international policymakers really should be much more concerned about customs, trade and security policies in the borderlands. They are not harmonized. They often or mostly do not take into account the economic interests of borderland communities, and they are often simply impractical. And that is why we have so much informality. So informality, to a large degree, informality in cross-border trading is the result of these out of tune, out of sync state policies. Political instability and different types of armed conflict at the local, at the national and at the regional level have been recurrent in the Horn of Africa. They are not new, they have a long history and they are cyclical. And while they have many specific reasons and there are specific contexts that need to be understood, there really is a need to think about citizenship and how states are organized. To a large degree, state-society relations continue to be contested, and it should be up to citizens in the different countries to redefine a type of citizenship that serves their interests. My main takeaway from this two-day workshop organized by XCEPT is that there is an increased interest in borderlands, in cross-border trade and dynamics, and that is very much something that we welcome. What is needed as a next step is to support local knowledge production, in particular, and among others, the supporting and strengthening of local universities that are not based in the political center, but that are based in the borderlands, because these borderlands really are very much central to the Horn of Africa.